Hello, my gorgeous Aries. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your November monthly reading. We're going to dive in and see what is going to be happening during this month for your sign. Now, during these monthlies, I do love to pull out an animal spirit to see who wants to come in and guide you and give you some messages for the month ahead. So let's see. I will use my top camera for this so that you guys can read with me. So the oyster says this. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. So this is all about you and how you're showing up this month. The only problem is oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. So it's almost about really revealing your true selves, right? It's almost this element of opening up this oyster and revealing your inner gifts. And as it was saying, maybe during this month, you might find yourself kind of closing yourself off a little bit and being too shy about your gifts or your talents or putting yourself out there in the world, right? Maybe this is about being online, or this is about, launching something huge, right? Or being seen in some way, even if it's just your personality and how unique you are. So during the month of November, Spirit wants you to not shy away and close yourself off, but to open up even more. Don't be ashamed of who you are and the gifts that you bring, because as this card is saying, the world is waiting to see. All right, my angels. So let's dive into some other cards that we have for the month of November. What other energies are coming out for Aries? What other messages do you have about this month to prepare them? Oop, the whole deck's trying to fall. Let's see. Okay, well, you have quite a few. All right, so you got poise, which is always my card of get ready. All right, what you're asking for is coming in. The star being dreams, maybe even purpose, maybe as well. But stars are all about your dreams and goals, right? Wishing upon a star. So poise is kind of this element of like get ready. And what they're reminding me of as well is my theory of like best case scenario, right? It's not just what's the best that could happen. What is the best case scenario in your situation? Just think about that and manifest that. Not just what would be good. What's the best thing? All right, but poise is about really getting ready, being open, get yourself ready as if it's going to happen in the month of November. So this is telling me that you are very likely going to get a wish fulfillment. You're going to get some sort of blessing in your life. You have higher power. Oh, interesting. So I never really fixed this deck. I don't really read reversals here. It could be telling me that this is something you've kind of gone through already, because nothing is a coinky ding, so I have to honor it. It does feel like lately in your life, maybe you've been feeling disconnected from spirit and from yourself even as well. Maybe you've not had a lot of big dreams and goals. You've not been looking into your future and where you want to go, and not been connecting to yourself. So it's very likely that during this month you're turning that around again. You're connecting to a higher power. You're deciding to get rid of things that are not for you. You're starting to see that, okay, maybe this friendship is not supposed to be for me, or maybe this work opportunity actually isn't good for me. Whatever this is as well, it might not just be your rejection, but it could be things rejecting you, and understanding that maybe, there's something protecting you here. Maybe a shut door is actually protecting you from a lion inside. You never really know what is. Maybe it's just not for you. Maybe there is a bigger, better plan, right? So it's just really understanding your relationship to rejection and things that are not for you, and how you let those go. And observer, of course, is about looking into your future, thinking about where you want to go. So it does feel a little bit like you're getting back on track again. So I'm going to put those away. I'm going to keep the first one that we saw, and I'm going to put that there. Let's get you another one. What else is going on for Aries in November? Okay, we got more. Garden and the gate. So there is an element where you feel comfortable where you're at. Whenever this card comes up, it means that your current situation is not, it could be that you're just comfortable, or again, there's some element of luxury or again, comfort here. Now, your inner curiosity is wanting more, which is not a bad thing as long as it's not coming from vanity and stuff like that. But I think it's human nature to go, okay, what's next? Especially if you've been in this garden for a really long time. You might be really deciding that this is the month where you're going to start thinking about the next year and what you want to start doing, because the world is your oyster. A woman holding a coin, and so this is telling me there is travel I don't feel like it's in November, but you tell me if it's already booked. But it feels more likely that you're really deciding that you want a more impact in the world with your gifts, right? The woman holding a coin does represent financial and career opportunities. So I see a lot of success for the majority of you when it comes down to that, right? Thinking about how you can affect the world. And that can be humanity. That can be the beautiful animals that also live with us here in this world. It could be about natural habitats, right? Maybe you guys are just focusing on environmentalism. Maybe, again, whatever you're doing, it impacts the world. So the globe. So this looks really quite good. I wouldn't sleep on that dream of yours, because as that oyster was saying, it's time to open up. Remember, we got all these cards saying it can happen. So don't start, questioning your dreams and if they're too big. So it does tell me that there is comfort in the month of November, but you will be deciding, what more can I bring to the world? What else can I do? And I love that for you. I like it a lot. What do we have? Abundance. So Aries, if you don't take this reading seriously, then it is your own doing. Because this abundance card here says, I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Write this down in the comment section, put it on your mirror. I don't know where you need to put it in your journal, whatever you need to look at this and to remind yourself of what's to come. Very important for you guys. All right. So all about an abundance during the month of November. Love it. All right, I'm going to give you some tea leaf. These are going to give you some kind of random messages, to be honest, of things that also might happen during this month. So you have frying pan, which is bringing up maybe some trouble or accusations coming up in this month. So just be aware of drama. Anything else? Thank you. You also have romance in the air. So if you're single or if you're in a relationship, there is romance coming through for you guys during this month, which is interesting because you also have Spear, which says heartache over what you no longer have. So you could be dealing with that. That could be an element of grief, or again, missed opportunities that you feel have come up. Star says guaranteed success, and four-leaf clover says great good fortune. So those are the ones to look for. That represents luck and great things. And Star being here is just like, yes, you guys are meant for success. So don't go sleeping on yourself here. All right, let's dive into the tarot. What other messages do we have for the month of November? What's going on in November for Aries? 8 of Wands. You're moving in the right direction. Things are going to start speeding up for you in the month of November. So this can be opportunities coming away, lots of information coming away, but it is actively saying in the month of November, you're moving in the right direction. So come back and listen to this video if you're ever doubting yourself, because you are moving forward in life. All right, this might be a fast moving month. You might be very busy. We're having a lot of ideas just flooding in. All right, anything else for Aries during the month of November? What messages? What things might happen during the month of November? Okay. What do we got here? 4 of Swords with the 6 of Cups. So a lot of you guys are healing your past. Some of you, this could be childhood wounds. Some of you, this could be, of course, deception. People who may have deceived you or tricked you. This is a month where you're healing. Okay, for sure. And by the way, I have to tell you, I think it's on the 9th of November. I don't remember. But Mercury retrograde's hitting during the month of November, which means that the past is coming back up. And that could be in the form of memories, right? Maybe you're just randomly remembering some things. Maybe it's coming up in your dreams. Maybe people are coming into your life. Maybe you just bump into someone who you used to know. All of this is happening for a reason. I think it's trying to bring up elements in your life that maybe you still need to heal from or to reassess in some way, right? And in this case, with the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Cups, it is a combination of healing your past, healing childhood wounds and childhood traumas as well, whatever it is. Past conditionings, right? This is all about addressing pains and healing from it. All right, which I think is pretty darn good. Anything else? I might dive into the details of these, but let's just get a couple more messages. For Aries during the month of November, what's going to be going on for them? What will happen? The 8 of Cups, which is that walking away from things that don't serve you. One more, which is the 5 of Cups. So some of you might feel a bit defeated at some point during the month. Remember, we got along, it's the 30 days. 30 days. So don't worry, this is not going to happen throughout, but there is a theme here, of course, of walking away from things that don't serve you. Five of Cups does bring up, like, maybe this is a bit of pessimism and negativity. Maybe you guys have caught yourself during this month looking at things from quite a pessimistic perspective, and you're realizing this is not helping me. So that could be something that you're walking away from. Which I quite like that energy, but it just ultimately feels in general you're not feeling defeated by things anymore, because the Five of Cups is that you have felt defeated before, you have felt upset, you have dwelled on things that you don't have anymore, or what used to be, or what happened, and it just feels like you're turning things around again. And it does look like some of you, if you're single, for example, I do see you opening up to love, and if you are in a relationship, I feel like you're going to find closeness. I do feel like if you're in a relationship, there's been a little bit of distance between you guys. I don't know if that's because someone's busy, or I don't know if it's because you're in your own feelings and it's been hard to connect, but this is a month where you're going to connect and you're going to deepen your relationship with someone. Yeah, for sure. I just feel almost like there's this need to kind of come together, and everything's gonna, do you know why I'm seeing that? Because in the Eight of Cups, he's finding two cups, right? That's what's missing, is the two cups. And in the Five of Cups, what you're needing to look at is not what's missing, is what's here, which is the two cups as well. So both of these are hinting at soulmates kind of being a solution, or being helpful, or again, what you're looking for emotionally. So I like that energy. So shall I dive a bit deeper? Why is the Eight of Wands here for Aries? Ooh, you guys have the Six of Wands. You're moving in the right direction. Don't focus on any failures. Failures are just lessons. All right, my angels, and also redirection. So just see it as that. They're just something to learn from, because where you're going moving forward is towards success. And a lot of you will be in a spotlight. A lot of you are going to be seen, or at least recognized for what you bring to the table in the world, because this is a card of recognition. Overcoming challenges and battles in your life and being victorious. So it's a gorgeous energy. Six of Cups and Four of Swords. So this is also kind of healing things that maybe you've been holding on to, things that you didn't feel like you needed to heal from, because the Four of Pentacles sometimes is an energy of stubbornness and holding on, thinking, I don't need to let this go. But you do. And I think you're acknowledging that. So I like this energy. It can also be belief systems, right? Being closed-minded could be a way that you've been conditioned in some way. So this is an energy where you're opening up a bit more. The Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands coming back up again. The reason why you're being called to heal this is so that you can step into this gorgeous energy. All of this is helping your success in some shape or form. Eight of Wands is recognizing that this healing is helping you to move forward in your life very quickly, right? And to go towards the things that are right for you. So I love that. And the Queen of Wands, of course, is being in a spotlight, is being beautiful, and understanding your gifts. So in that way, that's that oyster spirit coming through as well. So I wonder if your past has somehow taught you to close off and to be shy and to feel scared of opening up in some way and showing who you are and your gifts and your abilities. That can be in your work, that can be in your love, that can be in your relationships, that can be in your community, wherever, whatever energy or whatever area of your life it is. This is what you're healing from, to then move forward and to have a lot more opportunity coming away. Why? Because you're no longer holding yourself back or shying away. What else with the Six of Cups? What is this past energy? The Eight of Cups. So these are things in the past where maybe people walked away from you, or you had to walk away from them, or this is an energy to walk away from. Is there anything else about this Six of Cups, or nothing? Six of Cups, Four of Swords. What are you? Page of Wands. Maybe where there was once gossip in like a friendship group or things like that. Anything else about this energy? Six of Swords and Temperance, which tells me you're finding harmony and you're moving on. So ultimately, that's what they want you to focus on. You're learning your lessons about this and you're moving on. Love that energy. So let's dive back into this Eight of Cups. Thank you. King of Wands. I love this. Do you know why? And this Strength card coming through is such fiery energy, and you guys are a fire sign. So because it jumped on top of the Garden and the Gate, you're tapping back into your adventurous side. I don't know where you've been currently, but I feel like the Garden and the Gate is kind of this Eight of Cups energy where you're like, you know what? I think there's more out there in the world than what I've got currently. I'm almost seeing like you've got the Eight of Cups and it's almost the Ten of Cups, but it's not fully. And you're like, this is not making me the happiest I could be. So you're deciding to change something up here, whether you're expanding a business or you're expanding your purpose, whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe it is about walking away from certain things that maybe provide comfort but don't bring you a lot of happiness. So it does feel like you're just deciding that there's more out there in the world for you, and especially the King of Wands, because this is about being able to pivot, having big dreams, right? He's a massive dreamer, the King of Wands, and so are you, Aries. So it is this energy of deciding that, you know what, I'm going to go on an adventure. And the Five of Cups being here, the Nine of Pentacles, interesting. So maybe there has been a little bit of disappointment when it comes down to either finances, or again, it could very well be not reaching financial freedom just yet, or just feeling not very stable within yourself. That's something that maybe you've been feeling a bit detached from, right? Yourself. Let's see, why is this here? Three of Wands. It's interesting how it came up over here. Like, what you've been waiting for is everything to speed up. So again, in a good way, it's coming in. But what exactly are you disappointed about? The King of Pentacles. So it does seem to be to do with your stability and maybe finances and stuff like that. But remember, all of this is saying that you're going to have a very successful future and a very abundant one. So it does feel like during this time, you're deciding that you want to grow what you've got currently. And maybe this is all hinting towards that sure, I'm comfortable here, but I'm not super stable, or I'm not exactly where I want to be. So clearly, again, you guys have very big dreams, and it's time to start getting ready for them. Okay, to make some more space for them, which may be, just opening up a little bit more to some more adventure, to more growth, right? To expansion, which might mean letting go of comfort in the month of November. But if it's opening doors to abundance and growth, I feel like it's a good sacrifice. But anyway, my gorgeous angels, that's what I got for you guys. Let me know how it resonates for you. Have an amazing November. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But aside from that, I'll see you guys in the next one.